When My Little Pony Friendship is Magic first came out, most of my friends declared me to be most like Rarity out of the main six. I didn't personally identify with Rarity, as I didn't feel like I was as much of a drama queen, nor cared nearly as much about my appearance as she does, but I ended up quietly proud of my perceived ties to her. She worked hard, successfully made a career out of creating, and was just so endlessly generous, always giving gifts to all of her friends, or even strangers. I tried to embody that idea in my life, giving freely and openly. As I've grown, I still really like her as a character. While her dramatic antics are definitely used as a sort of comedic release that fits into the world very well, she has a lot of aspects in her story that I personally can relate to, and I still believe she is one of the kindest characters in the show. She's consistently uplifting, kind, and, of course, generous. She wants everyone she comes across to feel as beautiful as she believes they are, and I think that's wonderful. I wanted to capture some of that existence in my redesign. I wanted to design what she might look like at the very start of the show, shortly before and after meeting Twilight. Her design by the time Twilight becomes a princess, and her design towards the end of her life, when her dreams have been fulfilled and the end of her life is starting to approach. For this AU, Rarity still grew up in Ponyville. Her parents had moved there when she was young, out of Manhattan, wanting to give her a quieter, safer neighborhood to live in. She stood out in Ponyville, as even growing up she had a model's body. She was naturally very tall and elegant, and her fur was white as snow. Her hair was wavy and luxurious, and she was told by everyone how beautiful she was, how talented she was, and how her future clearly was in modeling. She was interested in fashion, but she was mostly interested in the creating side. Her parents didn't really care what she did so long as she kept herself busy, so they could keep up with their work from home jobs, and so she poured herself into creating clothes. Just like in the show, she ended up signing up to make the costumes for her school's play, but she did it because she wanted everyone in her class to see themselves as beautiful as they saw her, because that's how she saw them. Beautiful, the people worthy of being fashion models. Just like in the show, she got her cutie mark when she put gemstones on the clothes, but instead of the rain boom shattering a rock that revealed the gems, the rain boom inspired her while she was desperately trying to figure out how to take her costumes one step up. The rainbow's sparkling colors gave her the idea to put the gemstones onto the clothes, and her cutie mark appeared when her classmates put them on and saw themselves for the first time as beautiful as Rarity saw them. Sweetie Belle was born when Rarity was a teenager, and by the time Sweetie Belle was 4, her parents went back to Manhattan, leaving Sweetie Belle in Rarity's care, following promotions at their jobs that required them being present in Manhattan. Rarity loves her sister dearly, but was essentially made a teen mom when she didn't expect it, which created a lot of stress while she learned to navigate that. While she did not decide to go into modeling, the constant pressure and praise did end up molding Rarity's thoughts into being obsessed with her image. She has a lot of anxiety about not being seen as appropriately beautiful. Because of this, when she first meets Twilight, which is the first design, her hair is perfectly combed. There's not a single hair out of place. She even goes the extra mile to comb the tips of her ears to make sure they are placed beautifully and perfectly. I decided to get rid of the single, perfect coif. While I think that kind of curl does speak to the care Rarity puts into her appearance, I've always felt that the single curl ends up not looking all that good. Curly hair is so beautiful, but part of that is the volume and kind of chaotic control that people put into making their hair look the way they want. The single curl always felt, somewhat ironically to the nature of curls, too flat to me, so I went for a soft wave instead. Now, as Rarity's friendship continued to strengthen and deepen, she learned to let go just a little bit. She still puts effort into her appearances, but by the time Twilight becomes a princess, Rarity allows her hair to show just a little bit more natural movement. If it gets a little mussed, she's not too upset, though she certainly still puts effort into keeping it presentable. Her cutie mark has expanded. The beautiful lavender color appeared when she began to experiment more openly with making clothing tailored to individual ponies and how they look. While before she made clothes that would make just about anyone who put them on feel beautiful, she began to develop a sense for how to tailor garments to suit both a pony's personality and their appearance to make them look and feel the best they possibly could. She also, by this point, has begun to see more success in her career, and has seen people traveling from Canterlot, Manhattan, Cloudsdale, the Crystal Empire, and everywhere else in and out of Equestria traveling just to get custom clothing from her shop. The final design shows her in her later years. As she aged and found herself growing busier, as she opened more shops and began to teach young ponies interested in pursuing fashion for their work, she ended up cutting her hair to save on time styling while still looking, in her words, simply fabulous. Her cutie mark ended up growing to show a golden band on her leg, an addition that appeared when she moved from Ponyville to Manhattan to open her second store. It represents her love of Ponyville and her friends, but also the way her life had come full circle as she moved to the city her parents once had to further their careers. It was a bittersweet moment for her. She made sure to visit Ponyville often, but it showed how much she had healed from the hurt her parents' neglect had caused her growing up. And that is my redesign for Rarity. I particularly like her short hair. Honestly, if it wasn't such an integral part to her character to have the long, luxurious hair that she puts as much effort into as she does, I probably would have had it that short from the beginning. I think it looks amazing. I'm pretty proud of the changes I made to her story and her design, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below and tell me who you hope to see next. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. There's nothing quite like making an AU in real time on videos. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm kind of hoping to make some short comics. I don't know how far this project will end up expanding, but I'm having too much fun with these designs to not do something with them. If you liked the video, give it a like if you want. I'm never really good at these end cards, so yeah, see you later.